Hey guys, this is Robert, and you're watching Backyard Bodyworks. I am over at my dad's house, and I am working on cleaning up the GT6. I've got the pump out, and I'm pumping up the tires, trying to get it ready to get out of here and get over to the backyard shop. I've been watching a lot of videos online of other people with GT6s that are doing restoration, and I came across this one guy out of Canada, and he's currently doing a restoration on a 72, but he actually works in a restoration shop. Super nice, seems to be a super nice guy. He took a look at my project and he was like, wow, you got a lot of work. So I was like, yeah, and he's probably watching this right now. So Elon, if you're watching, I watched your video last night on doing the valances, and as you can see, the backs are looking pretty good shape. There doesn't seem to be any rust on that inner panel like you had, but you've got a little bit of rust there, and along that bottom edge and right there, with the on the outer part, it looks like there's some pitting on that inside piece too. This one's the same. It's got a little bit of rust. Looks like it'd be cleaned up pretty good. It just needs some TLC. The battery box, which I saw you do the battery box. What do you think? Do you think I can fix that? That's that looks like it might be fixable. I don't know. We'll see. And this is from the bonnet. I had to drill out because, I mean, that was just eaten up. This car was eaten with rust. I mean, it was just, the only thing that was holding it together when I pulled it in here was the rust and the bird droppings. I mean, it was just, I've got some new pieces for the bonnet, because I was originally going to trash the bonnet and get a new one. Because I bought a few pieces to see if they could be fixed, and I looked at them and I was just like, wow, that's just. But I mean, the inside fenders, the fender wells seem to be in good shape. Got the other one down here underneath some of the other stuff that's down here. I got new doors for it. These are the old doors here, amongst my myriad parts of transmission, because I also have a 67 Mark III that, you know, and common to the Triumph is this leg gear. As you can see, I've got missing teeth. I'm a little bit rough on my transmissions, but I found a company that makes these for, like, I don't know, they're relatively inexpensive, and I can replace this because, you know, I've got all the parts. I've got 1, 2, I think I've got 2 more upstairs. Up there, I've got 2 more transmissions that can be repaired, because the last transmission that was actually usable is in my Spitfire now, and this was the one that I had originally cleaned up and restored, and down underneath I tore up that leg gear, or that cluster. But anywho, I was originally going to trash the bonnet, and I drilled out the buckets for the because I mean there wasn't anything left of them. They were just eaten completely up. And after watching some of Elon's videos and on his metalwork and stuff like that, I think this can be salvaged. I think that if I trim some of this off and make a new lip for it, I think because the bonnet seems to be in pretty good shape, the metal piece, and I can get new fenders for it, because I mean these were just all these were just eaten up with it was just in bad shape, just totally just nasty. I mean, it's just, I don't know where this car's sat out, but I mean this car's had a hard life. Maybe because it came from Florida. I'm not real sure. But yeah, it's had a really hard life. The frame seems to be in good shape. There's some places here that probably need to be repaired. I mean, the metal seems to be in really decent shape. This is some of, like, this angle piece here. That's an add-on for towing that whoever, you know, had this car before me did. Hey, look at that. Nice. All along here. Seems to be an issue that I've seen a lot of people have been having with, you know, along this drip edge here, or this piece. The floor back in the back seems to be pretty sound. Got some issues. A lot of guys will like this. This is the stuff that, you know, it's the part of the A post, and because you can see, I mean, it's all eaten all down through here. This is rusty here. The inner seal looks like it might be in good shape, some of it, but not much of it. I would have to replace most of it. The cross members, I mean, you know, the bottom of it's eaten up. That's got to be taken out. I left enough of the original floor pan to weld to when I get the new floor pans. And I've got I've still got the floor pan that I took out here, as well as the original rockers, and which did not come out in one piece. It came out in several pieces, and it is like Swiss cheese. I mean, look at that. That is just awful. Just totally eaten up. And of course the interior is in bad shape. Just a lot of stuff. I've been binge watching a lot of Elon's videos, and I'm worried about these wheel wells back here. When I get this carpet off, what it's going to look like. Because there's another guy that actually introduced me to Elon is Peter from, I believe he's in England. He's got a channel called, was it Jade Muttley? I forget. I'm not very good with names. But he's got a Mark II that he's working on right now, and that common to the GT6 is problems right here behind where this cross member is, like right back in here. That's where the shock mount is, and there's usually a lot of stuff going on behind there. So I'm kind of worried about that. But other than that, the body seems to be in pretty, pretty sound shape, especially, when you get along here, except for, right in here, and this right here, I watched. That should be an easy fix. Just got to find out where the good metal is. This piece right here seems to be, we got some stuff going on back here that, after watching several videos on that, that's I'm not as afraid of that as I was before. After watching, some of the problems that other people have had to deal with, and all of a sudden, my problems don't seem so bad. I just got to get in here and get this place cleaned out so that I can get this thing out of here and get it back to the backyard shop. See, we got some damage here, and There's a little, looks like a rubber seal holder that either somebody's put in or came original. If somebody can tell me about that, because I'm not really, because it didn't have it on the other side. So I don't know if somebody added that later or if that is actually factory, but it's a little, looks like a little track that a piece of rubber goes in. So I'm not really sure about that at all. I mean, of course, in the veneer on the dashboards, you know, all the gauges and stuff, I mean, wires brittle. I mean, it's just a doorknob. I mean, it was just in bad shape. It was just, but even in its bad condition, I am thoroughly convinced that, yeah, we can see we've got some stuff going on in here, and maybe some stuff back in here, but I mean, around the edges here, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not too terribly scared about these windows. I think that'll be an easy fix. This drip edge is in good shape up till about somewhere right in here, you know, and looking up all up underneath this drip edge here. I saw in this video where he fixed that and found out they had to go in here and cut stuff out and repair stuff, and I was just like, yay. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But you know, that's all this stuff that I'm seeing, all the repair work. That's why you buy these cars. That's why you do stuff like this. It's for the sheer enjoyment and the satisfaction of a job well done, and that's the whole point of this. Yeah, those floorboards actually seem to be on this side seem to be pretty good, so I might get away with not having to replace the whole floorboard. We'll see when I get it to the shop and can really start tearing it apart, having some real fun with it. I'm like, yay. Problem is, I wish I could use this, but Dad's using it as storage right now, and it's hard for me to get over here because I live across town. But man, I love this place. I grew up in this building doing all sorts of stuff, and for those of you that may or may not know, the reason I love this building so much, and I want one just like it at my house, is, I don't know if you guys can see down in there or not, but I've got a 5-foot grease pit that I can actually move the car back, get up underneath it without lifting the car up off the ground, and work on the bottom of the car. Oh, that's... I'm kind of hesitant to leave the garage and not use this, but I'd have to do, I'd have to throw away half of my dad's stuff, and he's like, you're not allowed to touch that. So I've got to get all this stuff, all my stuff out, so that I can work, which is why I'm building the garden shed, because I'm not working on that today. I'm actually waiting until, let's see, what is today? Today's Thursday. I work nights, so that's one of those things that I work 3 days and I'm off 4 or 5, and then I work 3 more days and I'm off. See, I work for a hospital, so I work 3 12s in a row. That much closer to the 2-day work week and the 5-day weekend. If I can get there, I'll be happy, because that gives me more time like this to come over and do projects like that. Sitting right there. I'll tell you what, I've got a video of the car running. I'll try and add that to this so that you guys can see it. It does run, yeah, and it runs good. Yeah. I was looking for another project, and I was gonna go get another car somewhere else. And once again, my beloved said, "You've got that car over at your dad's house. Did you forget that you were going to work on it?" And I was like, "You're right, but I'm not selling it." And she's like, "So?" I was like, "Okay." So I got the approval from the boss. Little does she know. There's my original Mach 3 steering wheel. I actually put a Les Leston wood steering wheel on it that I might rob from it and put on this car. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Just all sorts of little things running in my head. There she is. Awesome vehicle. Thanks for watching, and you guys are awesome. Continue to watch, especially for this project, because I'm excited about it, and I want you guys to be excited about it. And it's going to be quite the journey, because I remember what my last one was like, and that took several months to complete. Once I got started, start to finish. And when I say several months, I'm talking like 18. Which is pretty quick. I mean, there wasn't that much wrong with it. But this car, man, this is going to be an interesting project. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe below if you like this video. If you want to continue to follow this project, hit the bell. That way you will be alerted when we upload videos about this project or any other projects that we do. Y'all have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye. Okay. We're going to try this again. It's going to be a quick start test of the 72 GT6. Been sitting for 17 years.